So hopefully I can make this a quick video. I have an issue with doing that because all of my videos are pre-recorded. And as you can see, I have to get creative on how I do this because I'm still not doing lives. I am going to have to get off my butt and do the StreamYard, learn how to do that so I can do some live videos. But I have to get creative, and it's very hot. It's very hot out. This is temps that we're not used to, and it is almost 100 degrees already. And so I'm not going to go outside to do this video, not right now. And I do have a minor in the home that will be going home, as a matter of fact, today. And unlike some, I will not talk about drama in front of the minor. And I do not send this minor to the bedroom. He has, he's a teenager. He has full reign of the home. So I make sure that I go to an area where he's not going to hear anything I have to say, as well as other people that are in the home. So I give that courtesy. I've already said that before, where people don't have to listen to what I have to say if I'm talking about drama, especially a minor. And so, yeah, I have to, that's why you're looking at a little fountain here. And my dogs are in my bedroom, and I don't want to have them start barking and interrupt. So anyways, moving along, this going real life stuff is absolute bullshit, okay? And you guys all know it. You all chose, just like myself, to be in the drama community. There is going to be clapback. There is going to be people talking about stuff, you know, in my opinion, that, you know, shouldn't be talked about, like going after looks and making fun of people and stuff like that. I don't condone that. I mean, you'll never hear me do that because that's just not who I am. I don't do that in real life. I wouldn't do that on social media. Other people do it. I don't condone it. Like I said, that's just not me. But everybody that is here has made the decision to be in the drama community. And if it's too much for them, they need to log off and get out of this circle, right? But many, including subs, they chose to be in this circle. But when it gets too much for them, they want to go real life for whatever reason, because they can't adult. You know, that's just my opinion. Now, we have Natasha going real life on Granny. I guess who did it first was this Lufa. I'm not sure exactly who she is. I've heard her name before. She's not innocent. You know, she's done her fair share of stuff, okay? And I guess she called Jessica Lynn's, went real life to find out Jessica Lynn's probation officer. And she called them to say she's being harassed on social media by Jessica Lynn. Okay, Lufa, really? If you feel like you are being harassed, I mean, or being bullied, and a lot of people do bullying in this drama circle, okay? You're not innocent. Just saying, you're not. And she says she's being harassed, and she wanted to let them know, and this and that and this and that or whatever. I guess she's in Natasha's community now. That's fine. Don't care where you go. But when you go real life, I mean, you're going too far. And a lot of people want to go outside of YouTube and dig in and bring things into YouTube. And that's not right. And then I was watching Natasha's, and she put out there Jessica Lynn's probation officer's phone number, and she was telling her people to call them personally or send clips of Jessica Lynn doing this and that or this and that, to send it to her personally, to email it to her, or to call them, you know, herself, or to call them if they want to call this person. Basically, what they're wanting to do is to get Jessica Lynn arrested. Okay? When you're on probation, if you violate or whatever, their hopes is to get Jessica Lynn arrested. And if that happens, we all know that Jessica Lynn is a single mother of 2 children. All right? Then the children, that's who they're going to hurt. And I did not hear this because I didn't watch it all the way through, but I did watch Save Robbie. And I know it's hearsay, and I don't like going off of hearsay, but he did say that Natasha said, I used to care about Jessica Lynn's children, but I don't care about her kids anymore. Well, you know, you don't care about kids anyways. I'm sorry, you don't care about anybody else's kids. A lot of creators don't care about anybody else's kids, because if you all did care about the children, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing to the parents. Because when you put parents through the stress that you put them through, it affects the kids. I've said that in my videos, and I've said it about everybody, not just about going against Natasha or, you know, whatever, because, you know, for the people in the back, I have called out Jessica Lynn as well. I have, on different things. But like I said, the going real life is BS, no matter who it is. So what is the end game here? All right. There was a time where I know this was on a different creator's channel, but at the time she was a part of Natasha's community, and it was a lot of Natasha's community that was calling, and they were putting out Jessica Lynn's police, okay, where she lives at, and they had the phone number up there saying to mass call, because she showed pictures that were on Facebook. All right, because it was done to her. It was okay when it was done to her because the community or somebody sent Jessica Lynn's picture that was on her grandmother's Facebook to Natasha, and the whole community zoomed in. They had the picture. It was on Facebook, not YouTube, and they were critiquing Jessica Lynn's face, her eyebrows, her ears, her nose, her teeth. It was taken off of Facebook, okay? But that was okay. It was okay to put out on YouTube by Natasha, and it was fine to do, right? It came off of Facebook. So when Jessica Lynn showed pictures from Facebook, which, I'm sorry, that is not against the law. Is it, should it have been done? In my opinion, no. If it's on Facebook, it's not on YouTube. You know, once you put something on Facebook, you don't own it anymore. You know, that's why we have to be careful, and we really have to lock our stuff down. But, you know, once it's out there, it's out there. It doesn't belong to us anymore. But anyways, the phone number was put up there because she showed pictures off of a Facebook, and people in that community were very upset, and they were like, mass call the police and, you know, say that she's going real life showing pictures off of Facebook. Seriously? like I said, double standards. It's okay if you do that to Jessica Lynn, right? It's absolutely okay that you took somebody, went into her grandmother's Facebook and took Jessica Lynn's picture, and Natasha was showing it and critiquing it and everything. That's okay. But, Jessica Lynn, nope, you can't do that because then it's against the law. It's not against the law anyways, but just saying, it's okay to do. So they did that as well. And the thing is, Natasha has went real life many, many times, okay? People want to say, oh, no, she hasn't. No, she hasn't. She doesn't attack people that don't attack her first. Yes, she does. The proof is out there. She has made fun of people, body shamed, bashed, dragged, okay? Multiple people. Now, I heard on her clip or on her video that she is asking people to send her clips of Jessica Lynn stating that she started her channel to bully and stalk her. Now, I've heard clips where Jessica Lynn has said that. Now, she's also has said over and over and over that she started her channel as an awareness channel of people that Natasha has went after, that she's had a falling out with, and she has drugged them and put their personal business out there. We know that's true, okay? And Jessica Lynn does, when she gets going, when she's angry, or when she just she talks very fast. So she does sometimes the words don't come out right, or she missed how do I say this? She says the wrong things, okay? And people will take that and run with it. And when I speak, I've already said, things don't come out right. I lose my train of thought a lot. Just like now. I knew what I was going to say, and it just went. It just left. Because I'm on Topamax. And ever since I've been on it, they call it Dopamax for a reason. But, that's the problem I have. Jessica Lynn has already stated that, she doesn't, for whatever reason. So she did say that, but she's also said over and over again that she started her channel, yes, to bring awareness on people that have been harassed by Natasha or have left her community that used to be friends with her or have been in her community, and to bring awareness of what Natasha has done in the past or whatever. Now, some people might agree with that. Some people might not agree with it. It doesn't matter. But as time went on, Jessica Lynn still talks about Natasha at times, but not all her videos are about Natasha. That is clear, okay? That is absolutely clear. She does other things. She might talk about other people if somebody goes after her or talks about her, or she does other videos. She talks about like Crocs or doing this or doing that. Not all her videos are about Natasha, even though that might be what she started her channel on. And if you look at Natasha's videos, or the ones that were taken down, her channels, okay, all her videos, except the makeup ones, and the very few true crime, whatever, she is dragging people, okay? She might not have started these drama channels on one person, but she talks about everybody else. So Jessica Lynn might have started her channel to be about one person, okay? But Natasha started her channel, drama channel, to be about everybody else, okay, and drag everybody else. So what is the difference there? What is the difference? So with that being said, I do not agree. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I don't agree with Brainy's watching, with when she does do the body shaming. Natasha does it. I mean, who does it worse? Natasha does when she has a falling out with somebody, she body shames everybody, and I get it. People call her fat. I don't agree with that. People will make fun of her skin. I mean, that's about all I've really heard is, when it comes to body shaming. Those two things. I mean, yeah, they've called her a scammer and stuff like that, but she goes after everybody's looks when she has a falling out with them. Everybody. Absolutely everybody. Can anybody name one person that she had a falling out with where she does not go after their looks? And even other people, MRB, for instance, MRB never said anything about Natasha's looks, okay, or bashed her looks, and she has went after MRB's looks. I'm going to do another video, a longer video, and we're going to really dig in hard, where this began, where I've seen it, where she went after Kim Kaufman's looks, went real life, and found Kim Kaufman's wife. Kim Kaufman at that time had no idea who Natasha was. Okay? So she went real life on her then. She went after Lana's looks. This was in the beginning of, the Watts thing, when they came out with their views. And they were doing this, I didn't agree with it, with their views. But she was going really hardcore. And this is how she built her, in my opinion, was building her channel. She said she worked real hard. Well, people were flocking over there. We're going to go over that in my second video. In my opinion, on how she was building her channel. In my opinion, off of dragging people and off of lies. I kind of did this at the beginning when I first started my channel on how I thought she built her channel. But she was dragging people. They didn't even know who she was. And she was making fun of their looks and going real life on them. Okay? A lot of people that are in her community might not have even been there and even knew what was going on back then. And some people that did and still are in her community don't care because they have this loyalty and they're fine with body shaming and bashing and going real life. But back to Jessica Lynn, okay? Like I said, I do not agree with the body shaming. I don't agree with a lot of things that go on in these YouTube streets. But going real life, okay, is not right. I don't care who you are. And if you have an issue with bullying or whatever, that's when you go to YouTube. That's what it's for. And I understand YouTube is not doing their job because Natasha is not supposed to be on this platform. Plain and simple. It is black and white. She said she can say all she wants that they gave her this channel back. I have my own theories. Okay? I do not believe for a minute that they gave her that channel back. Because why is her other channels not back? And their TOS says that if you are terminated or if you're in timeout, as I call it, for any reason, and that could be a 2-week timeout or whatever, and yes, her other channels are down, so she's in timeout. You are not allowed to own or to create another channel. You are not allowed to own. You are not allowed to be on YouTube. You are not allowed to go to another channel and be on a platform. They are very clear about that. Okay? And she is doing that, and she has been doing that. She has not been away from YouTube since her channels have been down. She is absolutely going against TOS. And yes, she is ban evading. Okay, no matter how you want to spin it. She has had many channels go down, struck, whatever, for harassment and bullying. That is a fact. She wants to say that these other channels were taken down for nudity. Okay, why are those other channels not back up, but this one came up? Okay, very fishy, very whatever. YouTube is not doing their job. It looked like they were there for a while because she kept coming up. They kept going down. Her daughter's channel went down. The true crime went down. To me, it looks like it was an IP ban. And people want to say no because they would have all went down at the same time. Nope, that's not how it happens. Okay, I have talked to some people that have been doing this for a long time. They don't all have to go down at the same time. All right? YouTube is a big platform, and sometimes it takes a while to catch up. So do I believe that this channel is in her name? No, I don't. I absolutely don't. But, you know, it's her business. But she is using her channel to incite mass reporting. She is saying that other people mass reported her, but I'm not talking about mass reporting as in mass reporting to YouTube, because creators are going to do that. It happens. I'm sure Natasha has been mass reported. I've said this before. I am sure other creators have been mass reported, but you have to do something wrong, and we will talk about this in my other video. You have to do something against TOS when you get mass reported and they actually have a physical person look at it. For them to, they might take your channel down, okay? Like Brittany had her channel taken down, but they have to have someone physically look at it to keep that channel down or terminate it or whatever, to where you're not allowed to be on YouTube anymore. Someone physically has to look at it to see if you went against TOS. All right? And it looks like her channels are gone. They're not coming back. It's been how long now? Okay? She wants to say these attorneys are on this. We're going to talk about that in another video as well. I'm not going to get into that right now. But when you're using your platform that you're not even supposed to be on, and you're asking people to mass report going real live on somebody, no, there's something wrong there. Okay? Absolutely something wrong. And something legally needs to be done against you and anybody in your community that is doing it. And I'm sure there is screenshots of everybody that was in chat that said they were going to call Jessica Lynn's probation officer, okay, to turn things in. Because Jessica Lynn, these chatters, most of them she probably doesn't even know, but they're going to waste this probation officer's time by calling and mass reporting her. For what? Okay? Because in my opinion, Natasha is butthurt. She's butthurt. Jessica Lynn did get quite a bit of donations. Her and Lycan had this thing going on, and when Natasha was supposed to be on vacation with her family and maybe not worrying about what was going on in the YouTube streets and enjoying her family, but you know, she had to keep checking in and going live and had to worry about what was going on with Jessica Lynn and Lycan because that was more important. But they had this thing because Lycan had a fund to trigger Jessica. So Jessica Lynn put up a fund to trigger Lycan. Well, everybody started donating, and it was up there. It got up there, and she did a live, and she's like, oh, that was so disgusting. They were competing back and forth. But yet, she did a fundraiser where she was trying to compete against Save Robbie, and I think Brittany, and maybe even Jessica Lynn, I'm not sure. And she said, if I meet my goal before you, or if I get halfway or whatever, I'll donate some of my money. So it's okay for her to compete with her fundraisers that she puts down all the time, but it is not okay if somebody else does something, even though they don't put down fundraisers that often, hardly ever. But it, again, double standard here. It's absolutely insane. It's all about the money, and she wants to say it's about the money for other people. No, she is the only creator that is constantly talking about money. Always talking about money, especially with, in my opinion, the fake douche canoe. That is a signal for, donate. I don't care about funds or who gets what. If people like your content, they're going to donate. But in my opinion, the sad fishing, I call it sad fishing, and using, in my opinion, a fake person, douche canoe, okay, to get your people to donate or try to compete with a hater, because that is going to really get people in your community to say, yeah, we have to beat them. We do not like this creator. They are harassing the person we're loyal to, so we are going to donate to beat them. That's manipulation. In my head, that's manipulation. But you know what? It's their money. They can do what they want. Give it all to Natasha. I don't care. No, I don't think that everybody in her community is disabled or on welfare or all that horse garbage that might be going around. She keeps wanting to bring that up. I've seen a few comments in other people's chat where they have said things in the past, but I haven't seen that for the longest time. But she still wants to keep saying it constantly. So, people that are in her community, they get upset when she keeps bringing this up. And they're like, we're not on disability and we're not on welfare. I'm going to donate. I'm going to show them I got money to, donate. It's manipulation. It really is when you want to think about it. I have not seen people say that in chats. I haven't. And I have been watching. I have been, looking in chats, and I have not seen people say that. Have they said that she's manipulating people and some people are stupid for not opening their eyes? Yes, I have seen that. But I have not seen all this other stuff for the longest time, but she's still using it. She absolutely is. But we're going to get back to Jessica Lynn, because we're going to talk about all that in a longer video. This going real life. Now, Jessica Lynn, she's already put out there what she did wrong, okay? And she's paying her debt to society, just like Natasha did, right? Natasha had a felony charge. She was lucky enough to be able to plead it down. She wants to talk about, well, they're a felon. What if she wouldn't have been lucky enough to plead it down? Then she would have been a convicted felon, okay? Like I said, she was just lucky enough to have been able to plead it down, because it was theft of money, tax money, from a single mom. No matter how you want to twist it and spin it or whatever, and she can explain it away. We've seen the charges, and they found her, she pled it down, but they're saying she stole this money. She's like, well, I didn't have the receipts. No, I don't care. You know, it is what it is. We've seen the charges. It was a felony charge. You were lucky enough to plead it down. If they wouldn't have allowed you to do it, you would have had a felony charge as well. Okay? So count yourself lucky. And you took from a single mom. That's what they charged you with. You know, you pled it down. You had to pay the money back. So I'm sorry. I'm going to say that it happened and it was real. We've seen text messages too. And that you absolutely did it. Okay? So you stole from a single mother and took her tax money and took from her children. Just like with other people that have been charged. Jessica Lynn said she did what she did. She might have gave reasons why she did it, but she said, I did it. And she had to pay her debt to society, just like Natasha did. And she had to go on probation, just like Natasha did. Right? So when you go on probation, you got to keep your nose clean. And you have to do certain things. Now, what if somebody called Natasha's probation officer when she was going on probation just because they didn't like her on YouTube? Because, you know, Natasha runs her mouth and she bullies people. I don't care what you say. And yes, Jessica has she bullied Natasha? Yeah, I'm going to say she has. There's times where she has said things, in my opinion, when it comes to body shaming, that's bullying. So I am going to say it. It's bullying. Because you can clap back without body shaming. Natasha, I'm sorry, she is the queen of being a bully too. And in this YouTube community, Natasha, in my opinion, is the queen of being a bully. If you have a falling out with her, or even if the drama is not about her, if it's about somebody else, she uses it as content and she's going to bully you. All right? And she's going to put your if she has a falling out with you, she is going to put your personal information that you might have confided in her, that's going on in your family. We're going to go over that in my other video. She's going to put it out there for the world to hear. She has done it. All right? And we'll go over what she has done. But she is wanting you to send in clips of Jessica Lynn, clips of this and that to the probation officer. But, okay, if you're going to do that, let's send in the clips of what Natasha has done to Jessica Lynn. There's the clip of what her getting a hold of Jessica Lynn, her TikTok of Jessica Lynn's daughter, and critiquing what her daughter on YouTube, what her daughter is wearing and how it looks to her for the world to see. There's clips of her digging in. Yeah, she says it's on Google, so, you know, it's fair game, of Jessica Lynn's father. That has nothing to do with YouTube, right? But reading out stuff about Jessica Lynn's father, digging in about Jessica Lynn's health, going on making fun of Jessica Lynn's looks, right? Bashing her looks. What about the clip? Yeah, there is a clip out there, okay? I just listened to it about the blackmail. Cam up, or we're going to show the nudes, okay? There, and she's laughing like a hyena. Okay, there is so many clips, even though the channels are down, there are so many clips of Natasha bullying, harassing Jessica Lynn. So, yeah, send those all to the probation officer as well, people. Okay, send them. And I love how Robbie said, I don't talk to Jessica Lynn. I do not get along with Jessica Lynn. But I will call the probation officer. And I will say how Natasha and the others have bullied and harassed Jessica Lynn. Because I'll tell the truth. And I don't even talk to Granny. I don't get along with her. But I'll speak my truth and say they've been harassing her. So I have to give Robbie props for that. Because, see, I've seen where he does not get along with her. But he doesn't believe in this going real life either. And I'm sure he does not condone anybody going real life on Natasha. You know, like all these CPS calls. Now, I don't know if it happened or not. If there's any, has she put out any proof? How many were there? 39, she says. I would hope that people don't lie about things, you know, because people want to say this and that happened. But, you know, that's insane. Because no matter what, would you want this minor child to be put in the foster care? Instead, you might not think Natasha's home might be the best home for her. But in my opinion, she seems, because Natasha puts her out on, you know, camera. I don't agree with that one bit. She does talk about this drama crap in front of her. That is obvious, or, you know, she's in a room or whatever. But to put her in foster care, she seems like she is a happy, at least from what we see, healthy teenager. And to try to get her put in foster care is absolutely nuts. All right? So if anybody was doing that CPS call BS, going real life like that, you guys are crazy. And I'm going to put that out there right now. And what you guys are doing to Jessica Lynn, basically doing the same thing, right? You just assume that Jessica Lynn is living with her parents. You're assuming it. I think I know the living situation just from some of the clues Jessica Lynn put out there. But you're assuming. So what? What if Jessica Lynn's parents can't take the children if Jessica Lynn would get arrested and they go into foster care? Is that okay with y'all? Because you say you don't care about the kids. That's pretty obvious. None of y'all care about kids. You say you do, but you don't, or you wouldn't be doing some of the stuff you're doing on social media or in this YouTube streets, and you wouldn't condone it if you're subs. You wouldn't be condoning it when you're in chats and saying, I'm going to do this or whatever, and you support it. It's pretty clear that a lot of you support it. And some people that I actually liked, I'm ashamed of you. I'm absolutely ashamed of you for supporting this behavior, okay? Now, we're going to move on from that, and we're going to talk about probation, okay? So, with probation officers, I had a little chat, okay? I have a friend that's a probation officer. And being on probation is different than being on parole. Now, I don't know about this stuff. I've never been in trouble before, so I have no clue. You know, you have common sense on some things, but I have no clue. So I didn't explain everything because, you know, they don't want to hear about this garbage either. But I did ask some questions. And it's pretty clear that what I heard on the live, people Googled, are you allowed to talk to a felon or whatever if you're on, you know, probation? Because the exact words, when I Googled it came up, what was said on that live. And that I heard, it popped right up for me. So, yeah, people go to Google and they Google it, okay? So, I just asked the question, you know, if you're on probation, you know, blah, 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 blah. And what I was told is when you're on probation, each state is different, and each individual is different, and each probation officer is different on how they do things with the person that is on probation. Okay, it just depends. It depends on the terms of the probation, and again, it depends on the person that's on probation. All right, and the person that I spoke with, I asked him the same questions. Are you allowed to talk if you're on probation and it's a felony? Are you allowed to talk with another person that's a felon? And he said, basically no. You're not supposed to go to someone's house if you know that they're a convicted felon. You're not allowed to, live with someone that's a convicted, that's a felon. You're not supposed to, have them over at your house and party with them. You're not supposed to do that. And he said, sometimes, people won't tell you that, you might not know that they have a felony. So he said that's why it states, because he's like, you Googled it, right? He goes, it states knowingly, because some people won't disclose that they have a felony on their record. You just heard my dog. He just broke into this room. My older dog. You hear that a lot. But anyways. And I said, yeah, I Googled it. He said, because he goes, yeah, some people don't disclose that. And that's why when you Google it, it says knowingly. But he says we do it differently. Okay, with each different person. Because, some people are problematic. Okay, some of our people that we deal with, we have issues. They've might been on probation several times. We know that they're not cooperative. They haven't been in the past. He goes, so we know to keep an eye on them, more. We know that they might cause issues, whatever. So, he was explaining all of this to me. And he's, at least in my state, okay, and the way that he works with his people, they come in once a month, okay, and they have to have some sort of employment. Okay, whether it be because they have to pay their fines, all right, and they ask for them to have employment, whether that be outside of the home. A lot of people are doing remote. They still are because of the pandemic. A lot of people started, working from home, or they got jobs, like I said, remote working. To them, as long as they have some sort of employment, because they have to pay those fines, and a lot of times, he said, they will not allow them to be able to get off of probation. He said a lot of times, even if they have people that are on house arrest, they won't be able to be off of house arrest, even though their time is up. They can't get that ankle bracelet off until all their fines are paid. All right. So, and their fines of their court fines, I don't know. He was explaining they have to pay so much or whatever every month or whatever, and it has to be paid before they can get that removed or whatever. So, anyways, Jessica Lynn is making an income, okay? On YouTube. Don't know how much it is, none of my business. But she is making an income, and it looks like she has kept her nose clean, right? Because she's going to be off of probation next month. She's right there at the end, and I heard Natasha say, everybody, time's a ticking, so you got to get this in. Yeah, people need to get that clip to be able to have to send to Jessica Lynn's probation officer if need be, because that shows that she is trying to rush this to get her into trouble so that something might happen. That this is vendetta against Jessica Lynn. But anyways, back to the probation officer. He also said that when they come in, that once a month, they do a drug test. And not only that, because there's been a lot of accusations out there as well, and I'm sure people have clips of that too, that Jessica Lynn is using, and they are saying she is using, right? There's also accusations out there because of the cancer that they're going to the FBI and calling the FBI because this is fraud. She's collecting money for the cancer. And that never happened. She has never dropped a fundraiser. So that was a lie too. And there's been nothing but harassment on there about that. There's been fake pictures put out there on Jessica Lynn. There's been all of this stuff. Natasha has used Jessica's hoo-ha for content that was fake. There's proof that it was fake. And she used it for content talking about her private parts. Yeah, that needs to be used as well. Pretty disgusting in my opinion. That's harassment. But anyways, back to the probation officer. He said also that he himself will do drop-ins. Okay? And it just depends on the person. Where he will do house calls and unannounced. And at that time, you know, he will look in the house, make sure that there's no paraphernalia, no drugs in the home. And at that time, he will do a drug test, you know, unannounced drug test. And it just depends, again, on the person. If it's someone that he thinks that is a problem person in the past, or that he thinks that might cause issues, or might, you know, might be using, or, you know, just whatever, or if he just feels like he's going to drop in. That's how it works here. Now, after that, I asked him, okay, what about social media? And he's like, what do you mean, what about social media? I said, are they allowed to, a felon that's on probation, are they allowed to go on YouTube and talk with someone else that's another felon? You know, they live in different states. Now, I didn't explain what was going on. Like I said, didn't need to hear it, probably wouldn't want to hear it, but are they allowed to collaborate, all right, on a YouTube channel? And he goes, are you kidding me? You're talking about YouTube. Give me a break. And that's where it ended. Okay? That's where it ended. The conversation ended on that note. So, that's all I'm going to say about that. That's what he told me. So, I don't know. I have to say, I don't know. But when he said, we're talking about YouTube, give me a break, I guess that tells me what I need to know. Okay? So, if they're going to do anything, I don't know. I still say it's bullshit that people went real life. Okay? And in my opinion, this is my opinion, the only way that we're going to stop this real life stuff is if somebody is finally held accountable legally. Because enough is enough. And it's about time somebody is held accountable. YouTube is not going to do their job. They're not going to stop it. So it's about time somebody is held accountable legally. So let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. And then maybe this going real life stuff will stop. I'm willing to do it. Is anybody else? I have ideas. I have an idea. I'm going to go for now. I will do another video. Like I said, I wanted to move on from this stuff and do my other videos. But I'm willing to help. Is anybody else? This needs to stop. Somebody is going to get hurt with this real life crap, okay? Is it going to take somebody hurting themselves and unliving themselves, or somebody seriously getting hurt before people wake up and say enough is enough? So if somebody is held legally accountable for their behavior on Going Real Life, maybe it will stop in these YouTube streets and held responsible. Because again, YouTube is not doing their job. That is clear. So I think it's about time that we all stand up. The people that are against Going Real Life, no matter who it is, no matter, like I said, you might not like a creator. You might not like people. But if you have morals, you should be against it, no matter who it is. And I think it's time that we stand up. If you're against it, stand up and say, we have had enough. Because it should be a safe place here on YouTube, and it's not. I'm ready to stand up. Is anybody else?